Hey, my name is Kathy Roberts. I am the Tidy Tutor, and I am offering you my book, Finally Organized, absolutely free. I'm reading you a chapter of it right now. Go to my website, thetidytutor.com, click on the area where you can get my book, and it's yours. Finally Organized. The secrets professional organizers don't even know. How to get organized in 4 weeks and like it, by Kathy Roberts, the Tidy Tutor. Read by Kathy Roberts. Chapter 3. It is what it is. Step 1. We admitted that we are slobs and that our lives are unmanageable. I have found that many who are organizationally challenged and live in a mess are in denial. I was one of them. Sure, I knew that I was a slob, and I felt and experienced all the disabling effects that a disorganized life brings. But I thought I knew why. And the knowing of the supposed why seemed to give me permission to live the way I was living. None of us can ever embrace the first step if we are in denial, searching for excuses and desperately seeking why we are how we are. This would ultimately prove to be our demise. In this scenario below, you can see how it makes no sense to come up with reasons as to why we may be organizationally challenged, or even the reasons why we aren't. You will see that none of these are accurate statements and would never hold up in a court of law. Scenario number 1. I grew up in chaos. The house that I lived in was always a mess. My mother could not get things together. I swore that I would never live that way, and that my place in life would always be in order. Scenario number 2. I grew up in chaos. The house that I lived in was always a mess. My mother could not get it together. So it is no wonder why my house is always a wreck. I didn't have a chance. It's all I knew. Scenario number 3. I grew up in such perfection. Life was so ordered and scheduled. My mother was Gestapo. No spontaneity, no room to deviate from the status quo. I swore that I would not live that way. I live as I do because I rebel so much from that lifestyle that I never stood a chance. My place is a mess because of that desire to be different, to not raise my kids in that rut of a lifestyle. Scenario number 4. I grew up in such perfection. Life was so ordered and scheduled. My mother was amazing. You always knew how things would be. Our home was always immaculate. I lived such an ordered life because of the way I was raised. It's all I know. It is foolish to figure out why we are organized or not organized. It is not because of how you were raised. You either are or you aren't, based on what is you, based on how you were born. Let your mother off the hook and stop blaming her. She will be so happy that you did, especially if she was as neat as a pin. You both must have been so frustrated trying to understand each other. We all are unique individuals and have diverse gifts and talents that come naturally. Celebrate you, just as you are. Haven't you ever heard, and perhaps you have said yourself, that you are really organized? You know where everything is. You may be in a mess, but things get done. Or, I am organized. I'm just a slob. This is an oxymoron. If we want anything to change in life, remember, the first step is admitting that we have a problem. I will outline a few characteristics common to slobs, or the organizationally challenged, as I like to refer to them. If you answer yes to 2 or more, you're a slob. Characteristics common to slobs, the organizationally challenged. 1. Cabinet doors and drawers are often left open. 2. You need to search for your keys occasionally or many times. 3. You need to search for your shoes occasionally or many times. 4. You wake up to dishes in the sink. 5. At times you fall asleep in your clothes. 6. The inside of your car is usually a mess to the point of embarrassment. 7. You cannot have company over without advance notice. 8. You step over or on top of things on the floor. 9. There is a chair in the bedroom that cannot be recognized or used as a chair. 10. You don't shower, groom, or dress unless you have somewhere to go. 11. When you have company, you do not ask for help in the kitchen because you will not allow them to open the fridge or cabinets. 12. You hang an out-of-order sign on a bathroom door and lock it when you are having a party because you only cleaned one bathroom. 13. You are a master of substitution. 14. You get takeout often because there is no food in the house. 15. You often need to frantically pay a bill over the phone or online. 16. There are piles of papers in your house, including unopened mail. 17. You write numbers and important information on random pieces of paper and end up losing them. 18. Last night's dinner is sometimes still on the stove when it is time to prepare for the next night's dinner. 19. It is easier to buy a new one rather than find the one you know you have in the house somewhere. 20. You believe that there is a reason, excuse, for all of these issues. It could be that you are just beginning to realize that many of the things listed above don't happen to everybody, which was in the case with me. When I first began my journey from Pigpen to Paradise, it was an eye-opening experience. My newly embraced lifestyle gave rise to conversation with friends on the topic of organization. It was then that I found out that they rarely, if ever, lost their keys, and they always knew where their shoes were. You may have answered yes to only 3 of those questions, or perhaps you may have answered yes to most or all. In any case, you picked up this book for a reason. You are looking for help in the category of living a more organized life. Most of this book is written for the over-the-top organizationally challenged soul. Your state of affairs do not have to be as severe to justify your dissatisfaction with how your home and life is run, or your desire to have it run more effectively. If you answered yes to many of these questions, then rejoice. You are about to experience the change of a lifetime. And if you answer yes to only a few, how wonderful for you to have such a head start. Enjoy celebrating the newfound you. Thank you so much for listening to Chapter 3 of my book, Finally Organized. If you want a copy of this book, all you have to do is go to my website, thetidytutor.com, scroll down and you'll see the section on my site where you can get my book absolutely free. Or right here on this page or in the description box, you can find the link, click on it, and it'll bring you right there too. All that I ask is that you tell a friend about it and you let them know where they could get it, and that you also leave a review when you're done reading it. I can't wait to hear what you have to say. I'm Kathy Roberts, I'm the Tidy Tutor, and I thank you so much for spending this time with me.